Welcome back to Public Speaking Profits. If you've ever watched someone step on stage, own the room, and walk away with a line of clients ready to throw their credit cards at them and thought, how do I do that? Then, friend, you are in the right place.
That's right, because today we're pulling back the curtain on how to turn that microphone into money.
Which, by the way, is a very important skill, unless you just like the sound of your own voice.
Some people do, huh, Justin?
That is true. But if you're an entrepreneur, you don't just want to speak, you want to sell without sounding like a sleazy used car salesman. I don't know why my used car's from Brooklyn, but it's true.
And that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. But before we do, we've got a big announcement that will change the way you land stages and turn speaking into a sales machine.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's get real for a second. There is a big old lie floating around in the world of public speaking, and we need to talk about it.
Here we go.
Oh, yes, here we go. Thank you very much. People will tell you just give value, and people will come to you. False.
100% false. Listen,
Mm-mm.
I've seen amazing speakers who give jaw-dropping talks, and then
Yeah,
they leave the stage broker that when they walked in, they paid their own way to get there. They wasted time they could have been meeting with clients, and they don't get any ROI from doing the event. I'm sorry, but you can't deposit applause to pay your mortgage.
that's right. And the reason why that happens is they don't have a strategy. They will get up there, they will share their knowledge. It will be awesome. They'll drop some inspiration and then nothing.
They wait for people to figure out how to work with them. They wait to be noticed. They wait to be recognized, and it doesn't work.
Here's a spoiler alert. They don't figure it out.
Mm. So, if you want to monetize your message, instead of just giving free talks in your community with the hopes that somebody chases you down after, here's a 3-point formula we're going to be sharing with our community in our brand new workshop, the $1 Million Microphone Workshop. It's a little
That
sneak peek
is,
for you right now.
yeah, absolutely. Okay, so the first point is command the stage. If you don't hook them within the first 30 seconds, they are gone. We'll show you how to grab attention so fast their lattes stop steaming.
Well, and that's really important, right? So, like a little sneak preview to that, when it talks about commanding the stage, if you're not if people don't see you as the master of the stage or the guide, they're going to be really uncomfortable. Like, if you've ever gotten in an Uber and the driver's like, I'm not sure how to get there, or I don't know where I am, or this is my first day in the job, how does that make you feel, Mr. Guarini?
Yeah, it makes me feel like just tucking and rolling. Just tuck and roll. Just get out of the car as soon as possible. Just, I don't care how fast we're going, tuck and roll, Grandma.
Right. And so, like, no matter how you're feeling, you have to walk on that stage commanding the space.
Yeah.
What's one tip we can give them right now about creating a commanding presence when you step on the stage?
Sure, it's physiology. That is a great, great thing that you can do. In order to show authority, just your physiology, how you move. Do you walk confidently? Do you kind of shuffle on to the stage? No. When you walk confidently, just simply thinking about stacking your spine, right? Take your hips and actually your legs and put them shoulder width apart, whether you're sitting, standing. Just take them, put them shoulder width, put them down on the floor, and then take your hips and just shake them out a little bit and find that neutral position and then stack each and every vertebra one on top of the other. And it just gives you this nice posture where then you stack your head on top of that, and you just kind of move your chin back just a little bit. Now, you're not at like army attention. However, there is a posture of just centeredness, confidence. And you just feel like you're a little bit more, you're not slouched over. You're just there's an energy that flows through you when you do that. And by the way, when you walk on the stage with that energy, not with your chest all pumped out, but just something that is neutral, natural, easy confidence, that actually radiates to the audience. They understand that, they feel that. And from the moment before you even open your mouth, they begin to see you as confident, as authoritative. And they're way more open to listening to what you have to say when they see that you can walk on owning your space.
Yeah, and you want to make sure that you're walking to the center of the stage, towards the front of the stage, and every time you have a major point to say, a big idea, or you're sharing that big testimonial quote, or that closing line of your talk. Make sure you return back to that same point. All right, point number two that we're going to cover in this workshop is captivate and convert. You're going to
Mm.
discover exactly how to structure your talk so it naturally leads people to work with you without ever feeling like you're selling. And Justin, we use a technique called storytelling. I know it's revolutionary of how we get our clients to turn a talk into a client generation machine. But we have found a big mistake that people make when it comes to storytelling is they only tell the before part of the story, right?
Oh, yes. They only tell the before when they were in pain, when they couldn't figure it out, when the rent was due and they had no idea how, all of that stuff. And so many times we have watched speakers who have a wonderful journey, a wonderful solution to someone's problem that's sitting out in the audience, but they don't actually guide the viewer through the story, through the before. Yes, great. Things were not great. The during, when they figured out a new way, and then most importantly, the after, the transformation, the solution that helps the person in the audience see themselves in the speaker's journey, to understand that, oh my goodness, this person up there has solved a problem that I have. And you know what? I trust that they could be someone to take me and help me figure it out too. But that all comes from guiding people through a story, which is older than written language, right? The stories were when our ancestors sat around the campfire, they would tell ancestor lineage. They would say, hey, look, these are the things that you eat, you don't eat. It was not only a part of just family and society, it was also a part of survival. And so the same sort of thing, when you're able to give a story, a great story, and guide your listener through the before, the during, and then the after, it helps them to connect not just with your product or your service or the facts, but the feelings and with your journey and with you as their guide.
All right, what's step number three they're going to discover during the event?
Oh, yeah. Step number three is cashing in on the close. This is the thing. When you can command the space, when you have a story that really truly resonates with people and they're like, yes, I know this. I feel like I know this person, the speaker. I like them. I trust them. But then you don't make them an invitation. Oh no. That's when you walk off the stage like we were talking about. And you're like, oh, end up a little bit broker than when you got there. But no, the real money isn't just in the talk. It's in what happens after the talk. And if you don't have a system to turn that audience into clients, you're leaving money on the table. Mm.
Yeah, and it's so beautiful because you might have an event where you can't make any kind of offer from the stage, or you have an event where you can just offer a free gift, or you have an event where you can actually make an invitation right from the stage. And all three models can generate clients, but not based on a hope strategy, which is how most speakers do it. You need to have a system with exact wording that we're going to share during the event to drive in those clients into revenue. Now, one note on this, one big tip is you want to make sure you clear any calls to action with the event organizers before you give your speech. Most organizers have it established ahead of time if you're able to make an offer or offer a free gift before you take the stage. But one little teeny tiny tip, if you can't offer a free gift or you can't give a call to action to buy something, which is often what Justin and I have, we have that constraint because we are paid keynote speakers. You can tell people where they can find you after. So you could say something like, when I get off the stage, you can find me in the lobby, or I'll see you at the cocktail party tonight if you have any questions. This way, those in the audience that are most likely to want to hire you know exactly how to find you when you get off the stage. And speaking of generating money,
That's right. We are opening up the doors to the $1 Million Microphone Workshop, where we're going to work with you live to perfect this process that we're talking about right now.
and here's the deal. There's a standard registration, which is great. I think of that like the economy section of a plane. It's going to get you there, right? But I'd much rather be in those lay down seats up in the first class, right? There's the VIP access, and that's where the real magic happens during the event.
Yeah, the way I like to think about it is like general admission is like watching a cooking show. VIP is like being in the kitchen with Gordon Ramsay himself, getting step by step instructions.
Without all the yelling.
Yeah, exactly. A really nice, maybe Gordon's had a couple of shots, something like that.
Showing
All
us
right.
the
So
secret sauce. That's what I
yeah,
want.
exactly. Right. Yeah, exactly. So in VIP, we are going to work with you one on one, give you hot seat coaching, and empower you to turn your talk into more than just a talk, but into a client getting machine.
Ooh, and did we mention that VIPs get replays? So if you want to go back and rewatch that moment when Justin teaches you how to own the stage like a rock star,
That's right. So hello, 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 entrepreneurs. Come on.
that's right, then VIP is where you need to be.
Go to stageprofits.com/workshop now to reserve your spot.
That's right. StageRoberts.com/workshop now to reserve your spot. We can't wait to see you there. Okay, listeners. So if you're just listening to this episode, this is our little behind the scenes magic that we like to share with
Mhm.
you. And
Yeah.
what we were just doing there is a technique that is very valuable in the entire entertainment world. If you think about the magic of Disney, this is what I relate to what we like to do because I'm a Disney super fan. They create entertainment that leads into commerce. So the idea behind this podcast episode is that it's going to be entertaining, it's going to be engaging, it's going to add value, but it's really walking you towards signing up for the $1 million microphone workshop, right, Justin?
Absolutely. Yeah. And the whole thing is that you can be promoting something. You can be selling something. You can make people pay attention to something. But like Disney, you can make it entertaining. You can actually make it enjoyable for the audience to discover something new about a part of the park, right? To discover something new about an offering that Disney has in one of their many arms of offerings. Well, that's the same thing
Yeah,
we
think
do
about
here.
like every movie. They do the movie as the entertainment so that you then want to buy the product, go on the ride, have the experience, or all
Right.
of Harry Potter's world inside of Universal. It's like the book's entertainment, but then there's the commerce behind it. You want to tie these things together because nobody woke up wanting to be educated. They did wake up wanting to be engaged and entertained. So
Absolutely.
that was the secret behind it. So we would love to see you on this workshop where we will reveal even more of the secrets behind the scenes. And you want to go to stageprofits.com/workshop. Justin totally saved me in the reading of that because that was my line that I forgot to say. And he jumped in and did it, which I
This
appreciate it.
is
And then I said after, that's our magic, how we do what we do. So
right.
anyway, y'all, we'll be with you next time if there is a next time.